More than half of American workers are burned out right now. Not tired, not stressed, burned out, which is a specific clinical state that is fundamentally different from just needing a vacation. And here's what nobody is telling you. Burnout is not a personal failure. It is not a sign that you are weak or soft, or that you need to just toughen up. Burnout is what happens when a human nervous system is asked to run indefinitely, at a level of output it was not designed to sustain. It is physiological, it is neurological, and once you understand what's actually happening in your brain and body, you will never talk to yourself about it the same way again. The World Health Organization officially classifies burnout as an occupational phenomenon, not a lifestyle choice, not a mindset problem, a legitimate documented response to chronic, unmanaged workplace stress. There are three core dimensions that distinguish burnout from regular stress. Exhaustion, not just tired at the end of the day. A bone-deep depletion that sleep doesn't fix. You wake up as tired as you went to bed. Depersonalization. You start to emotionally distance yourself from your work, your colleagues, and sometimes the people you love. This is a psychological defense mechanism. Your mind is trying to protect you from what feels like endless demand. You become cynical, detached. You stop caring about things you used to care about. Reduced sense of efficacy. You start to feel like nothing you do matters or makes a difference. Your confidence erodes. Tasks that were easy feel impossible. This is the point where many people start to wonder if something is wrong with them. And the answer is yes, something is wrong. But it's not you. It's your nervous system responding rationally to an irrational situation. Let me show you exactly what burnout does neurologically. Your stress response is run by a system called the HPA axis, hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal. When you face a stressor, this system releases cortisol. Cortisol is your mobilization hormone. It sharpens focus, increases energy, suppresses non-essential systems like digestion and immunity, and prepares you to handle the threat. This is brilliant design for short-term threats, for a predator, for a physical danger. Your cortisol spikes, you deal with the threat, it comes back down. The problem, your brain doesn't distinguish between a tiger and a passive-aggressive email from your boss at 9 p.m. Both activate the same system. When that system is chronically activated, never fully coming back down, two things happen over time. First, the prefrontal cortex, your thinking, planning, creative brain, starts to shrink. Literally. Research shows chronic stress reduces gray matter in the prefrontal cortex. This is why burned out people feel stupid. They're not stupid. Their higher brain is operating at reduced capacity. Second, the amygdala, your threat detection center, becomes hyperactive, more reactive, quicker to perceive danger. This is why everything starts feeling like a crisis when you're burned out. Your threat detector has been so overactivated, it starts firing at things that are not threats. Burnout doesn't arrive overnight. It builds through stages, and most people only recognize it in the later stages, when it's much harder to reverse. Psychologist Herbert Freudenberger, who first described burnout in 1974, identified 12 stages. I'm going to give you the simplified version. Early stage, increased ambition and compulsion to prove yourself. Saying yes to everything, neglecting personal needs. You don't feel burned out here, you feel driven. This is why high achievers are especially vulnerable. Their burnout looks like success until it suddenly doesn't. Middle stage, withdrawal, denial of problems, behavioral changes, cynicism beginning to creep in, sleep disruption. You start dismissing hobbies, relationships, and your own needs as not important right now. Late stage, complete emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, physical illness. Your immune system has been suppressed so long it starts to fail. Cynicism has hardened into numbness, hopelessness. At this stage, the research is clear. Without significant intervention and rest, recovery takes months to years, not days. Here's what makes me angry about most burnout content. It tells people to take a vacation, meditate more, practice gratitude, set better boundaries. This is like telling someone with a broken leg to try yoga. When your HPA axis is dysregulated, when your prefrontal cortex has literally shrunk, when your nervous system is stuck in chronic threat mode, these surface-level interventions don't reach the level at which the problem exists. Real burnout recovery requires nervous system repair, not just behavior change. It requires physiological regulation, genuine rest, sleep, reduced stimulation, often professional support. It requires addressing the systemic causes, because the vast majority of burnout is caused by organizational factors, not individual ones. Unrealistic workloads, lack of autonomy, absence of recognition, unfairness. These are not fixed by a better morning routine, and it requires rebuilding a sense of meaning, because one of the things burnout takes from you is the memory of why you cared in the first place. In the next video, I'm going to cover something that I think is the most underdiagnosed burnout pattern in the US right now: high-functioning burnout. The version where you look fine on the outside, still performing, still showing up, while completely falling apart on the inside. It's far more common than the version that ends with you quitting, and it's far more dangerous. Comment below. Where do you think you are on the burnout spectrum right now? I want to hear from you.